Hey bassists, I'm here today to demo the Dunable Gnarwhal bass. Let's go ahead and hear how it sounds. Before going further into this review, I do want to thank zZounds for sending me this bass, so if you want to support the channel and zZounds, check out the affiliate link below. The Dunable Gnarwhal bass. If you haven't heard of Dunable before, they're a guitar company based out of California, started by Sasha Dunable. I would say Dunable is marketing their instruments for hard rock and metal players, as their instruments are usually based off Gibson models, but with more modern and heavy specs. So most Dunable instruments do start around $3,000, which really isn't accessible to everyone. To close this gap, Dunable introduced the new DE series. So the DE series is their more affordable lineup, although I won't say it's affordable for everyone, as it still starts around $1,200. Most of the Dunable DEs are made in South Korea, and they feel like very high quality instruments. I myself have been eyeing the Dunable R2 bass for years, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet because I'm still waiting for a metallic finish that I really like. I'm not able to demo the R2 bass from zZounds as they only carry the Dunable Gnarwhal bass, but I've still been having a ton of fun playing this bass. Let's go ahead and hear some more tones from this bass. Alright, so I actually forgot to record the tone demo for this. That's purely on me, I don't know what happened. But unfortunately I don't have this bass anymore, so I can't do my normal tone demo. The Dunable Gnarwhal sounds so good that I was actually inspired to buy Dunable pickups for my P bass. This was originally an active bass and it didn't sound great, so I got a wired passive, and it's my go-to bass now, even over that custom green bass back there. So unfortunately I don't have my normal demo portion where I test each pickup at 100% tone, 50%, and 0%. So you're not going to hear the versatility of this bass. What I can show you are sound clips I recorded for this video. Instead of using a regular backing track, I just recorded myself noodling on the bass. So you're going to hear some of those isolated tracks. Let's go into more specs on the Narwhal. So this bass body shape is influenced off the Mosrite Ventures, which I believe is like a 60s more psychedelic instrument. So this is kind of like a modern heavy take on that. The scale length of this bass is technically a long scale. It's 35-inch scale length, so it has a more defined mid-range. The neck itself is a medium C profile, but it feels more like a modern C to me. The controls on this bass are 2 volume knobs and then 1 master tone. This is a string through heavy mass bridge. You can also see this is a bolt-on neck, and then the body and the neck fretboard are both ebony. This bass is crafted in South Korea, although it does not say crafted in South Korea anywhere on the instrument that I can find. This bass comes with a padded gig bag and has been released in 5 different finishes. Been released in black, olive green, black charcoal, this silver burst, and then a black swamp ash. Just note that not all the finishes are available at once, and different retailers have different finishes. zZounds carries the silver burst and then the black. And lastly, this bass retails for $13.50 USD as of now. Let's talk about the pros and cons of the Narwhal. First pro is that the double P pickups sound fantastic. I've been playing bass for almost 20 years and I never played a bass with 2 P pickups, but I just love how gritty these P pickups sound. It may be that I just love Dunable pickups as well. I tried the Dunable R2 at NAMM as well as Chicago Music Exchange, and they just have this nice grit to them. But those 2 P pickups sound fantastic. I prefer those 2 pickups over like my custom Warmoth bass that has P pickup, a Music Man humbucker, for example. Another pro is the tone again, but because this bass is a 35-inch scale, it's very unique in the market. You don't find those often, and it also really provides a more defined mid-range, which works really well in those heavier songs. The third pro of this bass, I'd say it's a very unique instrument that takes a lot of things we love about modern and vintage specs. It has a very modern finish, modern look, but it still has that body shape that's vintage. And then it has passive P pickup, so it's not like circuit with some crazy pickup combination. All right, now the cons for this bass. The con, I will also say their 35-inch scale takes a little getting used to, and it's not that much different than a 34-inch scale, but I can't play as fast as I can on a 34-inch scale. You can also say the same thing about like a short scale. I could play even faster on a short scale, but for this kind of heavy music, I kind of do want speed. You do lose that a little bit with a 35-inch scale. Another con, the body shape is not terribly comfortable. It's just because it's so long on the bottom with that little horn. Again, it's not too bad. It's not terribly uncomfortable or terribly heavy. Certainly it's a 35-inch scale with a large body, but it's not the most comfortable bass I play, I'll say that. And then the third con, it's not really a knock on the bass specifically, but it's the DE lineup. $13.50 is a little steep. I get that they're a smaller brand, so they can't turn out like $500, $600 instruments. One thing that I saw is with the new Dunable R2 V2, those instruments are going for $1,300 and they're not being made in South Korea. They're actually going to be made in Indonesia. So I don't know if that's going to become a permanent change for the Dunable lineup, but pay $1,300 for an Indonesian instrument is just not something I'd really want to do. Overall though, I still think this is a fantastic bass. Again, I've been waiting to demo Dunable on my channel for years. I just haven't had the chance to get one on my hands. So again, huge shout out to zZounds for sending me this bass. If you want to support the channel and support zZounds, go ahead and check out the affiliate link below. Thank you again for watching this review, and then let me know what instrument I should demo next.